Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Here I discuss all the basics of quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, shortcuts and tricks and many more. As a part of today's video, I am going to discuss the 5 tricks of HCF including the basic concept as well. So actually we are planning to release 3 videos every week. We release videos on every Monday, Wednesday and Saturday. We are also planning to conduct one test at the end of the video, so we are going to give the descriptions as well for those tests. To get notified whenever we release the videos, please click on that subscribe button and press on that bell icon, so whenever we release the videos you'll get notified. Let's get into today's video. Let us understand the concept of HCF. As we all know, HCF is nothing but highest common factor. So let's take one example. I have taken the numbers 18 and 24. So here I have written all the factors of 18 and 24 as well. So these all are the factors of 18. These all are the factors of 24. So let's search for the common factors here. 1 is the common factor. Then 2 is also a common factor and 3 is also common factor. Is 6 common? Yes, 6 is also common in both 18 and 24. And is 9 common? No, 9 is not a common factor. 18 is also not a common factor. These are the only 4 common factors for both 18 and 24. So let me write here 1, 2, 3 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 6 are the common factors of both 18 and 24. Here we need the highest one. So in these common factors, which one is highest? 6 is the highest one. So 6 is the highest common factor of both 18 and 24. Right? The HCF of any two consecutive numbers is equal to 1. This is going to be your trick number 1. Let's take a few of the examples. So let's write any two consecutive numbers like 101 and 102. Since these two are the consecutive numbers, their HCF is equal to 1. You can take bigger numbers as well. Let's consider 1065 and 1066. Since these are the two consecutive numbers, their HCF is equal to 1. You can take more numbers as well. I can consider 1065 and 1066. Even though if I add any number, that can be x can be any number, the HCF is going to be 1. Once we have a set of consecutive numbers, then it doesn't matter whatever the new numbers are included in that set, their HCF is always equal to 1. Trick number 2 is the HCF of any two consecutive odd numbers is equal to 1. Let's take few of the examples. Let's consider 11 and 13. These two are the consecutive odd numbers. So their HCF is equal to 1. And consider 1001 and 1003. These two are the consecutive odd numbers. Their HCF is also equal to 1. Okay, let's consider 23 and 25 and some 96. Right? By using this trick, here 23 and 25 are the consecutive odd numbers. Right? So there is no importance for this 96. It can be 96 or 97 or 99. Any number, consider that is x, but the HCF of these numbers is always going to be 1. Trick number 3 is the HCF of any two consecutive even numbers is always equal to 2. Let's take few of the examples here. Let's write 12 and 14. 12 and 14 are the consecutive even numbers. Their HCF is equal to 2. Let's take 566 and 568. Here the LCM is again equal to 2. Right? As we discussed in the previous trick, we cannot take like this. 12 and 14. You cannot consider any x here. Depending upon the value of x, the HCF depends. If this x is an even number, the HCF is equal to 2. If the HCF this x is equal to odd number, If this x is an odd number, then the HCF is equal to 1. So here, this x value is very important. We have two consecutive even numbers. One case, x can be even number. If x is even number, then HCF is equal to 2. And second case, x is an odd number. In that case, the HCF is equal to 1. This is the trick number 4. The HCF of any two prime numbers or more than two prime numbers is always equal to 1. In the given set of numbers, if we have two prime numbers, then definitely the HCF is equal to 1 as we discussed. Let's consider a few of the examples. 5 and 13, these two are the prime numbers. Their HCF is equal to 1. As we discussed, by writing any two prime numbers like 5 and 13, you can write any other numbers as well. Right? Not only two numbers, you can insert more than two numbers as well. It can be some x and y. The nature of x and y can be anything. But their HCF is always equal to 1 only. The fifth trick is very important. Here we need to find out the least difference between the given set of numbers, and we need to check the difference is whether a factor of all the given numbers or not. So let me explain with one example. Let's consider the numbers as some 36 and 60 and 48. Here we need to find out the least difference between these two numbers, and the difference between 36 and 48 is 12, and the difference between 48 and 60 is also 12. So this is going to be the least difference, right? So take this out and check whether it is a common factor of these numbers or not. Is 12 factor of 36? Yes, it is a factor. Is 12 factor of 60? Yes, it is a factor. Is 12 factor of 48? Yes, it is a factor. Since 12 is a factor of 36, 60 and 48, hence the HCF is equal to 12. Okay, in the similar way, let's try to take some another example. Here I am taking some 990 and 1089. Right? Again, as we discussed, we need to find out the least difference. Here, what is the difference between these two numbers? So, if I add 10 to 990, I will get 1000, and there is one more 89. Total, the difference is 99. Check whether this 99 is a common factor of these two numbers or not. Is 99 factor of 990? Yes, it is a factor. Obviously, the difference between these two numbers is equal to 99. Hence, this is also a factor of 1089 as well. Hence, the HCF of these two numbers is equal to 99. But in all the cases, this least difference is not a common factor. For example, if we take some other number like this, 48 and 58, here the difference is equal to 10. But 10 is not a common factor of 48 and 58. It's not at all a factor for any one of these numbers. Now, we need to find out the factors of this 10 in the decreasing order. What are the factors of 10? The next factor of 10 is 5, then 2 and 1. 5 is also not a factor of 48 and 58, so cancel. Then let's go for 2. Is 2 factor of 48? Yes, it is a factor. And is it a factor of 58? Yes, it is also a factor of 48. So the HCF of 48 and 58 is equal to 2. In this way, you can find out the HCF of any numbers. If you want to learn how to find out the HCF and LCM of any huge numbers by using the prime factorization method, we are doing another video. It will be released in next 2 to 3 days. So please click on that subscribe and bell icon to get notified.